In this video, we're going to learn all about place value. What if numbers played football? On this pitch, each digit has a special position just like football players. And where they stand tells us how powerful they are. That's called place value in math. Now, here's the interesting part. Player 1 plays in a different position from player 2. And player 3's role is different from player 4's. That means numbers are just like teams. And each digit plays in its own special position depending on where it stands. That's cool! Now imagine we have a bunch of ants, and we want to count them all. We'll use place value to figure out how many ants we have. Here's the plan. We'll use this box to help us out. Every time we count one ant, we'll place a 1 in the box so we can keep track of how many ants we have. So if we start with no ants, we put a 0 in the box. Then we start counting 1 ant, we put 1 in the box. 2 ants, now it's 2 in the box. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But wait! What happens when we get to 10 ants? Our box is only for 1s, and we've run out of room. So instead of stuffing all the ants into one box, we introduce a new box right next to the old one. This new box is used to hold a group of 10 ants. Just so you know, when we reach 10 ants, we move the 1 to the tens place. That's better. Now we use the ones place to count individual ants, and the tens place to count groups of 10. So if we have 15 ants, we write 5 in the ones place because it counts individual ants. And we write 1 in the tens place because it counts one group of 10 ants. We can count all the way up to 99 using just our two boxes, the ones and the tens. But now there's a big problem. What if we add one more ant to 99? Boom! That gives us 100 ants. But wait, our boxes are full. No more space in the tens or ones place. So what do? You guessed it, we introduce a new box. This one is called the hundreds place, and it's used to hold a group of 100 ants. See how we started small from 1 to 10, and now we're working with 100? Every time we run out of room, we just add another box. So back to our example, instead of squeezing that one into the tens place, we put it in the hundreds place. Now we write it like this: 1 in the hundreds place, 0 in the tens, and 0 in the ones. That means we have one group of 100 ants so far. But wait, we're not finished yet. What if we add 9 ants to our 100? Where do we put them? Aha! They go in the ones place because they're individual ants. And we already have a box for that. Now, what if we add one more ant? That makes 10 ants in the ones place. And guess what? That's a full group of 10. So we move them to the tens place. The 0 in the tens place disappears. And a 1 takes its spot now, showing one group of 100 ants and one group of 10 ants. Now let's add 4 more ants. We just put them in the ones place because they're still individual ants. And here's another fun fact. We only add a new place value box when the number gets too big for the ones we already have. When we count from 1 to 9, we don't need any extra boxes. But when we want to go from 9 to 10, we need a new box. If we keep counting all the way to 99, we still use only 2 boxes, the tens and the ones. But to go from 99 to 100, we need to add a third box, the hundreds place. When we reach 999, our 3 boxes are full. To go one more and reach 1000, we need a 4th box, the thousands place. And the pattern keeps going. So let's remember, every box we add has its own job. The ones box counts single things. The tens box counts groups of 10. The hundreds box counts groups of 100. The thousands box counts groups of 1000. Before we take some examples, let's pretend something. Let's say we've counted all the way up to 999 ants. Now, if we add just one more ant, guess what happens? Boom! We reach 1000. Now, let's look at a few examples to see how place value really works. Let's start with a simple one. we're looking at the number 24, and we want to figure out what is the place value of the two. Before we answer, let's take a closer look. We see that 24 has two boxes, one for the ones place and one for the tens place. Now let's look at the digits. The 4 is in the ones place, the 2 is in the tens place. So what's the place value of the 2? Since it's in the tens place, its place value is 2 tens, which equals 20. Even though we just see the digit 2, its place tells us it's really worth 20. Now let's look at a bigger number, 347. We want to find out what is the place value of the 3 in 347. First, how many boxes or place value positions do we have in 347? We have 3. The ones place, the tens place, the hundreds place. Now let's look at each digit. The 7 is in the ones place, the 4 is in the tens place, the 3 is in the hundreds place. So what does that mean? The 3 is sitting in the hundreds place, which means its place value is 300s. So even though it's just the digit 3 because of its place, it actually means 300. Let's try an even bigger number, 1032. We're going to figure out what is the place value of the 1 in 1032. First, let's count the place value positions in this number. There are 4. The ones place, the tens place, the hundreds place, the thousands place. Let's break it down. The 2 is in the ones place. The 3 is in the tens place. The 0 is in the hundreds place. The 1 is in the thousands place. Now, let's focus on the 1. Since it's in the thousands place, its place value is 1000, or 1000. So even though we just see the digit 1, its place tells us it means 1000. Now, let's imagine that the 1 in 1032 changes to a 4. So now we have 4032 instead. What does that change? Well, the 4 is now in the thousands place. That means its place value is 4000s, or 4000. So just by changing the digit from 1 to 4, we went from 1000 to 4000. That means we now have 4 groups of 1000, and the number got much bigger. So next time you see a number like 4237, you'll know exactly what each digit means because you understand the power of place value. Keep exploring, keep counting, and keep asking questions because math is not just about numbers, it's about understanding how they work. See you in the next video.